which I will not want to do that. Like, is it, I don't know if the person's name is GK, is it Genik? I don't know. It's asking me about budgeting. Is that Genika? Not Genika. Genika, are you the one asking me that question?
Yes, I'm the one, sir.
Why do you want to take us back? You've been sleeping in this class or what?
No, sir, I think you didn't get what I was saying. I was saying you listed it, but I'm saying how to, like when you get as a PM, when you get a project, how then do you know how to break down the cost?
I can't hear you.
You actually did show us. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I said what I was saying, like a project manager, like how you get to allocate different costs or budgets to different resources. You actually showed, you did like what you have done already, like I'm saying, how then from scratch, how do you know what to apportion, how to arrive at the cost and all that? That's what I was trying to find out. Maybe you didn't understand what I was saying.
Okay, well, from the scratch, you already know how much you've agreed to pay everybody. That is the cost. You know how much you want to pay everybody. That's not the cost per hour. You know what you want to pay everybody per hour. When you know what you want to pay, what is the allocation from the scratch again? You already know how much you are paying them. So.
No, I mean something, for example, like maybe you need some external things, maybe like resource, maybe some things you need to buy materials and all that. How then I don't want to know that.
If you need to buy materials, you know the price of the material. If you need to buy cement, you know how much a bag of cement is cost. You don't need to cut its price of cement to 50,000 if they are selling it for 100,000. You don't have that power. So, are you getting me?
Yes, I am.
So, I think you need do you have a accountability partner?
Not yet.
Okay. You can grab Elijah because he's always very serious in this class. So you can. Elijah, how are you?
I need one. I need one.
Elijah, all of you just grab Elijah. The guy looks like a guru. The guy is looking like a guru.
I'm grabbing you.
All right, no problem, sir.
I grab you, I beg.
Hey, Mr. Charles, this is a very big setup.
Yeah. Okay. If they need more people, anyway, Elijah can do it. If Elijah can't do it, when I see you, Elijah always, focusing and trying to see everything, trying to do everything you want to do here. So for me, that's how you see. You know, serious students, they always want to be in front of the seat, in front of the class. Putting your camera has put you in front of the class, like Anwoleka, is in front of. These are all the people in front of the class. They are the people I'm seeing, Emmanuel Ajay. All these are the people I'm seeing. Clinton, they are the people I'm seeing. They are the people that are in front of the class, and they are not backbenchers. So, such people, trust them. If you see these people, just write their name and start going to contact them. So yeah, okay. H said no, you people cannot bench me, and put his camera. All right, thank you everyone, and let's move. The class is on recording, and we're starting. So let me share my screen so we'll see how much we've complied on grouping and how much, how every group is standing, and then we'll jump into our lesson notes and start digesting it. So, okay, this is how we're standing. Here we have Southwest. Southwest is the largest population because of Lagos State. And then we'll have they are 34% of the whole group. And we have South-South because of Port Harcourt. They are very large. And we have people from abroad, 17%, they are big as well. So, and we have Southeast. Southeast is 16%. And the North Central, and then the rest. I think the North Central, they are big because of the Abuja. But here, you see here the North, because for me, here, for you to stand as a group, it means you have to be up to 15. Because you see North Central, they are not up to 15 in number. I'm merging the whole North as one group. So we have Northern group, we have a broad group, we have a South-South group, we have Southeast group, and we have Southwest group. Are we in agreement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we already know how we are standing. So everybody should know. I will screenshot this. I will give you an image of this. I'll post it so everybody will know the strength of each group. And yeah, we are going to start. And so people in Lagos or Southwest, that's where we have the concentration. So that's it. By Friday, all of us should somehow be in our project's collaborative environment. We are going to use Freed Camp. That's what we're going to do. And then by Friday, we're going to receive our project brief. That's where we're going to receive project brief, and then we're going to discuss project brief for this particular project we're working on. You know, when I taught you guys a project brief, we use CRM project management, but we are going to use ERP, not we're going to work on ERP, not CRM. We've been on CRM for some time. So let's move to another enterprise application. So that's it. So that's the updates, general updates, and we can now move to our lesson notes. So in our lesson note for our lesson for tonight is project management methodologies. And as we know, in project management, there are so many methodologies, so many of them, but we are going to concentrate on this thread that is most popular, and Agile is the leading for now, and Waterfall has been leading for a very long time. Waterfall is what we call traditional project management. That's what we'll be using for a long time. Since we started project management, we have been waterfall, that is traditional. Let me traditional, or can call it legacy project management. So this is grandpa in project management, and all of you know that things are changing. The world is moving forward. So we are moving away from our traditional environment, traditional learning in classroom, blackboard and chalk. That is the position waterfall is here. Like you see here, we're using a search engine. The traditional way of searching on the internet is going away. We are now using AI to do everything. So, yeah. And Prince 2 is project management methodology founded by UK government. So it's like project management in controlled environment. It's very popular in UK. As a matter of fact, those days we came to UK, newly came to UK in 2007. And I jumped in to become certified Prince 2. I started my Prince 2 practitioner. That's those days. So it's like if you have Prince 2 certification, it's like you have a ticket to Bank of England. You're going to make money, but he couldn't sustain that tempo because of Agile. Agile came, took over, boom, everything changed, because Agile delivers results. So we have others, which we are not going to, we'll start talking about all of them. One, this is not a traditional class. This is a crash program, a boot camp. So we are not here to learn theories or principles. We want to learn what will get us hands-on immediately, what we are going to use immediately, what the market is using immediately, not to learn the foundation, the history. We are not here for, it's not a history class, but I will make a mention of them. I will have S-string programming, it's a project management methodology. Some people use some approach like Six Sigma. If you are working in a very complex project, or depending on what you are doing, we have Six Sigma. Then we'll have DevOps. DevOps is still, so I hear a lot of people calling me, asking me a question, am I a DevOps engineer? What will I do to be a DevOps engineer? This, and I want to clarify that as well. DevOps is dev plus operation, and is this agile. This agile is developing project in agile environment. If you come here, you put plus here. Let me think, that's how DevOps is. You put if you put plus here and put up, that is DevOps. DevOps. And this agile is develop project in agile environments. It is this agile environment they came and add up, and they call it DevOps. So people working here, we call them developers. Agile environment, they are called developers. Everybody in agile environment call them developers. So this developer, which is in agile environment, you put it DevOps. So what it means is that during the agile environment, once you finish this project in agile environment, you hand over the project to the operations team. Once you deploy the projects to the production environment, you hand everything about the project to the operations. So they start managing the application. For instance, if you are working on CRM system and we are implementing CRM system for the marketing unit, marketing is an operations. They are part of operations. So once we finish developing, we call the project coordinator that represent the operation. We hand over this project to the operations team or the project sponsor. They will decide when they want to make the project, they want to start using it in operation. Some of them, they will just leave it for the meantime. Some of them, they will deploy it. So it's not the duty of the agile or the development team to manage this project within the production environment, that is operation environment. But DevOps came in and said that this is now causing a loop. There is a loop here. At times, the operations do not have the technical know-how to manage this project, because what we do is that once we finish from Agile, there is another team. They start looking for application support analysts. Application support analysts will start supporting this the product we've delivered or the deliverable immediately after it is gone to operations or production environment. So to take care of this, trying to hire a project support office, application support officer or technicians or manager, they combine Agile plus operations, and they call it DevOps. So who are the DevOps engineers? DevOps engineer is just like normal engineers who deploy these projects in Agile environment. If you are a programmer, if you are a developer into configuration, customization, anyway you call yourself a developer in Agile environment, it's the same thing. You are still like a DevOps engineer. But the only thing that the DevOps engineer is the person that work when this is put together. They call it DevOps engineer. So it's like a hybrid aspect of Agile environment. It's not popular now because it's still a new concept. People are still trying to digest. Companies are still trying to migrate to Agile. And because technology is on a very fast pace, and they are now adding operations again. If you see now, if you go to so many legacy theories or processes, they are now adding ops. They are now adding ops. A lot of things are now adding up, showing integration, continuous improvement. So when you deploy a product or application, the team will still be there supporting it. And that's what it means. So you continue to be part of the support of that project you deploy. So trying to improve on that, continuously improving on that project. And you being a project manager, like a Scrum Master who is already in Agile, you're a project manager, or you're a conventional project manager, you still can be a project manager in DevOps. So DevOps need a project manager, DevOps need a business analyst, and DevOps need DevOps engineers, which are developers. So I want to break it down for us to understand, because so many of us who are even DevOps do not even understand what DevOps is all about. Are we clear about this?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
it's because a lot of
Please
people have been
repeat.
coming privately to ask me the DevOps this, DevOps that. And so many of us do not understand what DevOps is. That is what DevOps means. In dev environment, we need DAs. You know, they need to design the solution. In dev environment, we need project managers. Dev is a development environment. In dev environment, we need DevOps engineers or developers. You can call it developers. But dev engineers seem to sound more catchy and more trendy because it's still a new aspect. In Prince 2 as well, Prince 2 seems to be used to be very traditional. Now in Prince 2, they've added Prince 2 Agile. You see the way they are trying to, in every aspect is trying to modernize. So Prince 2 is no longer just Prince 2. There's now what they call Prince 2 Agile, where they see that Agile is becoming the order of the day. And instead of them giving up on their own value, because they have very strong value, they add Agile to it. It becomes Prince 2 Agile, and there is a certification going on in that. Waterfall remains waterfall because waterfall improved to become agile, and that's the much I can talk about methodology generically. So let's be taking it one after the other. First, we are going to talk about agile. We are taking it because this is going to be environment. We are going to combine both waterfall and agile together. So you can combine them together. You can decide to work on, you can pick all the good things in project management approach and combine it. It's not a crime. The main thing is what works for you and your organization. In most cases, organization, you will not even have say on the approach your team is going to use. You'll be there and they tell you that this is our project approach. And those people in charge of project management office, that's PMO. We'll talk about PMO, project management office. We'll have a role called project management officer. They decide the approach every company uses. They decide templates they are going to use. They decide everything, the environment they are going to use. Why we are trying to learn a lot of things is because we don't know where we are going to find a job. Anywhere you find a job, you should be comfortable. It's in a agile, you are comfortable. If it's in DevOps, you are still comfortable. If it's in anywhere you find yourself, you should be comfortable to work on that environment. So, well, this three is enough to get us get started. Even if we become a senior project manager, it's likely you are still going to be working within these three. Or this is agile, everything is agile. At most, you put up on top of it. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to agile. This is how agile looks like. Agile looks this way. And from agile here, we have product backlogs. We're going to talk about product backlogs in business analysis, because business analysts and product owners, they are the people that create this backlog. It's not project manager. So when we move items from product backlog, we move it to sprints. It becomes a sprint backlog. After sprint planning, it becomes a sprint backlog, and we are going to be working on this sprint backlog. Once we finish the items on sprint backlog, we come over here and do a sprint review where we demo what we or test what we produce before the what we deployed or implemented. We call it increment. Increment means that you must produce value at the end of every project duration, which is a period of like 1 week to 1 month. You demo before the stakeholders. After demo before the stakeholders, the team will move back and come and have another meeting. On that day, you finish this, you have another meeting. We'll call it a sprint retrospective. Retrospective when the team comes together to inspect and adapt and see what went well and what didn't go well. In traditional environment, we call it lesson learned. So this is their own lesson learned. They do lesson learned to clean the house, harmonize, and do some improvement of skill. Whatever they need to do, they do it. They come back and start again. So it becomes this cycle. You see the way it becomes a cycle, the cycle continues for the organization. No rest. You continue to deliver value within a given period of time. And this is the team. They do what we call daily stand-up. Every day the team comes together to spend 15 minutes, what we call daily stand-up, to inspect and adapt. This is a way of risk management, daily risk management, to capture what is not going well. And the Scrum Master will troubleshoot after every sprint, daily sprint. If any of the team complain, my laptop crashed or this done, so any challenges they are having, everybody tend to present their challenges, their progress, and their plan during the sprint, during the daily stand-up. So this is the way it is. So let's look at all these events. We have up to 7 events we are going to look at. We are going to equally look at principles, of Agile. They believe so much in their own values, principles, manifestos. So these are what we are going to try to understand. Okay. Agile methodology, iterative approach. Iterative means that you break it into smaller, you continue to cycle it. So project management that prioritize flexibility. Yes, that's why we call it agile is equal to flexibility. Collaboration, the team. You see the team here, they always collaborating. Every day they make sure they have a meeting together. That is heavy collaboration, and respond to changes. They respond to changes. It's not like a waterfall that is highly bureaucratic. Their response to change. If there is any changes, it doesn't take so much paperwork to capture changes. Whatever the product owner says goes. The product owner decide the tempo, decide the trend, the direction. If he say cancel, everybody cancel. It doesn't matter. He has been given authority. So we're going to try to understand who is this person called product owner. So yes, a very powerful position. Yeah, so I've been a product owner for a long time. I'm certified as well. I'm a certified product owner, certified Scrum Master. Not only certified, I've done it in practical and see how it works. And we've been using, we've been on it here for a long time, teaching it as well. So that is it. These methodologies promote incremental delivery of projects. Incrementally means that you keep adding values to the system or the products you are working on. So let's use this as a product, this Google Doc as a product, and you are working on agile environment. Then all these features you are seeing like this, like file, like edit, like view, when they started using, or when they deploy this particular product called Google Doc, all of us are using for free, it only has, let's say it only has file. People are only using this file. You see the file, and over time they add edit, and over time they add view, and over time they add insert, and over time they add format, and they keep on adding more features, just like what we are seeing in Facebook and other social media and so many other applications. You will wake up, you see that AI has been added to WhatsApp. We say, hey, these are agile team in progress. They are still working on, or if you go to Microsoft, if you go to Meta Corporation, on the WhatsApp section, you find out there are some people in that WhatsApp as a product. They are continuously working on what they are going to deploy. They have so many, there are so many of them, they have already finished building, waiting for the operations to deploy them. So operations, which covers the project, the product owner or the product manager, decide the exact time they want to deploy every feature, when they feel is the best time to deploy it. Some of them, maybe they are waiting during Christmas period so that they will use it to, people will use it to celebrate Christmas. Some of them, maybe they are waiting for summer, so we use it to celebrate summer. So it's like that. So in this methodology as well, there is frequent stakeholder feedback. Every time you develop or you guys produce an increment, you come to the stakeholders to present it to the stakeholders in form of sprint demo. While presenting to the stakeholders, you are expecting stakeholders to give feedback. That feedback will form part of the next sprint. So that's it. And adaptive planning to accommodate evolving requirements. Just like I said, after capturing new requirements from the stakeholder after sprint demo, because you are adaptive, immediately you accommodate these new requirements into the existing requirement, prioritize them throughout the project life cycle, and it's a continuous process. So let's look at, now we'll have a picture of how this works. We're going to look at the key principles. This agile is standing on principle. They believe in principles, and that's why at the end I want everybody to go get agile Scrum guide. If you want to be a Scrum champion, we call it Scrum evangelist, you must at least read that Scrum guide. What I'm teaching here, that is the rule of thumb. You must at least reading that guide. It's up to 20 pages. It's not much. One day you can finish reading it. And more especially some of us who are going to be have our certification. Some of us who do not have any certification in IT, maybe you are coming from the background of law, and you feel weak. Even after all the things you learn, you still feel because stigmatized. The easiest way to get yourself back up and start feeling techy, although companies do no longer look at all those things. I'm just saying generally is to grab some of these like Scrum Master, Product Owner. It's very quick to grab them, use it to decorate yourself, and you move on. So these principles, number one, iterative approach. This iterative approach is this sprint aspect of it, where the team comes to select some items within a period of time. You plan on it and then deploy it. That is iterative. And once you've done that, you come back again, deploy at within a short period of time. You keep on deploying and deploying within a short period of time. They don't believe like this is a project, is 6 months project. You are not bringing anything. You are not deploying anything. It is after that 6 months you come and show us the full package. No. They can say, okay, this is a CRM system. This is a CRM system. We expect that in 6 months, you must have covered almost everything. But within that 6 months period, you are going to be coming every week, every two weeks to show what you are doing. Within every, so we see the way you are building it. And not only building it, it start coming out on the production environment. People start using it. People already using the product, but the dev team are still very busy working on that particular product. But in waterfall, if they are building a CRM or configuring a CRM system, nobody touches that CRM system. If it's 1 year, it's after that 1 year, they finish building everything, finish the integration, everything, and deploy it. Then that's when people will start coming to start using it. But in agile environment, the first thing can just be to configure it and make sure that the lead management is working, so that they can start getting the lead into the system. Once all those things are working, you see the dev team will go back and start integrating the CRM system with LinkedIn. When the LinkedIn is working, they'll start using it. They go and start integrating with Facebook. They keep on improving. The production or the operations unit is already using the enterprise application, while the dev team are still busy working on that enterprise application. That is the way Agile works. So Agile methodology divide project into small manageable iteration or increment known as sprints or iterations, typically ranging from 1 to 4 weeks. So it's called a time box duration. Time, we use the one, trying to use the accurate word, because in this agile environment, there's a lot of terminologies which we will expect you to use. So this sprint is a duration. We call it sprint. It is called sprint. No matter who it's called, that is what they want you to call it. And the time for this sprint is called time box, meaning that it's within it can be more than 1 month. We call it time box. Everything in agile environment is time box. So, and this time box is ranging from 1 to 4 weeks, meaning that it can be more than 4 weeks. Each iteration results in a potentially shippable product increment. All these are terminologies. Shippable product increment. These are agile terminologies. Shippable product increment. Some can call it MPV, whichever, but it's just you adding value. In our language, in a layman language, it means that at the end of the sprint, you must add value. At the end of the sprint, you must produce at least one feature. At the end of the sprint, you must at least, that is this shippable product increment. If you don't know how to understand, so what is shippable product increment? Are you shipping here? It's now become a shipping company. No, you must add value. That is what all this grammar they are trying to confuse us, to make it become difficult to understand. Allowing stakeholders to provide feedback early and often. So the purpose is that the stakeholders will not come and keep salivating. For instance, if you are building a CRM system within Waterfall and in 6 months, they will be salivating. How is it going to look like? For 6 months, everybody will just be salivating, waiting, washing their hands in the air. How I hope this thing is going to be very good. That is it. They don't do that. What they do is just like if you are having a barbecue. Some of us know how barbecue works. The way barbecue works, they are still grilling. As they are grilling, they are dishing it out. People are eating it. They are grilling. They are dishing it. People are eating, waiting for us. They don't wait for the whole food to be cooked, and then they say, everybody go to the dining. Everybody knows. That is the way Sprint is kind of. Some people call it cowboy approach. Those who are criticizing it say it's so cowboyish. They don't plan things, they do things so ruggedly. That is the way it is. But these people believe that they don't believe in all these people wearing tie, long grammar. After long grammar, you don't deliver product that is working. All the product is full of bugs, and we are there saying planning. By the time you even finish planning, the products will no longer be required in the market. That is the way Agile. So Agile believe that as we are producing it hot, we are just taking it to the market hot in the market. And as people are eating it hot, people will be enjoying it. If there is any way to improve on it, people will say, add more salt. So immediately the more ones coming up they will add more salt. If it's too salty, they say, oh no, it's salty. They will start reducing the can. That is the way they are working. They don't want to wait when they finish cooking the wedding food and then come to the wedding and start serving everybody the food, and they say, who cooked this food? It's so salty. At that time, nothing can be done again. It'll be too late to start. That's the way they believe. But if it's Agile, they will have different barbecues, position in the wedding arena. Everything will be hot, coming piping hot. That's the way they want it to be. And that is the iterative approach in Charles language. So I hope we are grabbing it, because I have to put my own language because I've been working there for a long time. Okay, collaborative teamwork. The team needs to collaborate. It's no man's, there's nothing like a name here, I'm a business analyst. No, they don't answer that name here. In the dev team, there is nothing like I'm a programmer. There is nothing like I'm a designer, a tester. You don't answer that name there. Once we enter that environment, all of us are called developers. That is the way they sound the name. Everybody, they are all developers. So that is collaborative way, cross-functional team. That's the way. So Agile methodology emphasizes on collaboration and communication among cross-functional team, including Scrum Masters, developers, all of them, designers, all of them are part of these developers and stakeholders. So these designers should not be here, is an oversight. So they are all developers. Both designers, all of them are developers, and stakeholders. Yeah, stakeholders are people outside the team. And team work closely together throughout the project lifecycle, sharing knowledge, insights, and responsibility to deliver high quality outcome. Customer collaboration. Agile methodology prioritizes customer satisfaction by involving stakeholders, end users, customers in the project development process. Yes. As a matter of fact, customers is the key here. We are looking at what the customers will feel like. We are not, in as much as we know, we need to make sure that the more influential stakeholders, that is the top dogs or the business leaders, they are happy. But the most important thing the product owner is focusing is how does customers feel? What is their feeling about this product? And because of that, they make sure that they capture reviews, feedbacks from customers. That will help them to know the best way to serve customers. So they are customer-centric. If you go to Facebook, you see that almost every month, Mark will come there to make one speech. He is the product owner of Facebook. Why is he making speech? If you check today, you see he made a speech today, and you see up to 50,000 comments. A lot of people are saying a lot of things. After that comment, they will go and collect all that comment. I know they are going to use AI to screen and understand the trend of that comment, to understand what the people are needing, are people happy, what is the direction. With that, they will understand the general sentiment, market sentiment. This is what the people are. People are very happy about AI. They say, okay, with this, we are going to please. Someone is your mic is on, put it off. So they will understand what the people are saying. And before you know it, they will develop another feature. You say, these people are very wicked. How do they know that we want this? It's just like yesterday we are talking about this. Mark is a wizard. All these people, they are great people. In short, I don't believe they are human beings. They are witches and wizards. They are not witches and wizards. They always scanning all our comments to know what we are talking about. And what we are talking about will give them the general market feelings. You know, the impression of what the people want in the market, and they follow that. They keep giving you what you want in future. You already talk about what you don't know when you talk about it. And what do they use to do that? This is what we call machine learning. Machine learning is integrated in all this integrated in all these applications. Machine learning tends to sit on all this gathered data and analyze this data, understand it, and do what we call predictive analysis. And now they are saying, go this way. So if the machine learning technology will tell Facebook, go this way, you are going to be more competitive. This is the market sentiment. They will go there and they will win. They will say, go this way. It's just like a compass. That's what we call it predictive analysis. They are just there to be analyzing the data being collected. As we're collecting it, the machine learning will be going, analyzing it over time and be saying, go this way, go this way, go this way. And that's how these people work. Even all these other big corporations, that's why they are making so much winning. And people will say, these people are wizards. No, they employ technology. And some people who do not make use of these big technologies, they will be there. Wow, there is no market to everybody safe. This is since Tinubu come, nothing is working. Who tell you that since Tinubu come that people are eating? Not eating. People are eating. People are buying. But if you go to Alaba market, Tinubu don't scatter market, nobody is buying. Nigerians are buying. It's not Tinubu, but Nigerians are now buying directly from China. They are buying from Temu. You know? So that is market analysis. So this is what Agile, if they are working with Agile, they should be able to know direction of the market. People want this, the kind of, that's called customer collaboration. We need to understand what the customer wants. Nigerian customers, they no longer want that high quality, costly. They want cheap ones. They can afford, and be, as long as it's new, they want it new, because so many of them, they wear one JC twice, they throw it away. They want to buy another one. But if they go and spend all their whole money buying one, no, they don't want it that way. So you see it, you see that this is Nigerian mentality. If you are operating in Nigerian market, you must, that is customer collaboration. You must understand the market sentiment. But so many of us who do not understand market sentiment. And that's why if you go to all these Nigerian banks, all these big banks like Zenith Bank, all this and that, I remember they say they are doing aggressive marketing. Aggressive marketing, all this aggressive marketing, and you do not understand customers. What is aggressiveness in that marketing? Because if they have been doing aggressive marketing the way they are claiming, it should be using technologies to analyze market aggressively. You know, not giving somebody unrealizable target, bring how many billions, and they keep on sacking people, they don't meet their target. That is not business. Because if they are that aggressive in market, you won't have this kind of digital fintech fooling Nigeria everywhere, taking over the market. All these fintech, so many of them are foreigners. They tend to come to Nigeria to study Nigerian market, understand the customer view, the market impression, the market psychology, and they start coming up with different grassroots oriented services, which these other big banks are not doing, and they are taking over. Give us 10 years, all of them will be closing down gradually because they do not understand the market. They are not applying agile approach. If they are applying agile, they wouldn't be in this kind of situation. So that is agile for you. And adaptive planning. Adaptive planning means agile methodology embrace changes and uncertainty, recognizing that project requirements and priorities may evolve over time. So change is like change and agile methodology is 5 and 6. They're always looking out for changes. Know that markets, technology markets, customer appetite changes so rapidly. Customers do not like to eat one food. That is customer for you. As they are eating egusi in the morning, they will say, this egusi is so sweet. Come and give them that egusi in the afternoon. Am I going to die for egusi? Give me another thing now. And you start, you see the man will start fighting with the woman. But the woman will say, hey, but you said that egusi is so sweet. No, that is the way market is. Their appetite changes all the time. So if you want to give them one thing in the morning, one thing in the afternoon, one thing in the night, wahala your day, they will just abandon you. If you're a restaurant all the time, madam, what do you have? Egusi and apple. Afternoon, madam, what do you have? You are going to close that restaurant very soon. Because the appetite change, that is the market. And Agile understand this very well. But Waterfall do not understand this. Waterfall will tell you, say, but you say that what you want, when you ask you in the morning, you say that is this egusi soup is So we've agreed that egusi, you like egusi, and we'll produce so many egusi for you. And that's how people abandon that market and say, what are these people talking about? So that is how agile works. Once the market changes, you follow the trend. You don't fight the trend. You know, like you see these days, if you go to universities, you see professors fighting AIs. They will tell their students, if you use AI, you are going to do this. And that's why so many of these universities, very soon they will lose all their students. They are waiting for agile-minded universities like us. I'm telling you the truth. They are waiting for us to arrive. Because they're always telling you you must follow it this way. You must follow it this way. Harvard approach, Harvard referencing, this, that. But if you go to Harvard, let me tell you, if you go to Harvard, where all these other universities are referencing, I went to Harvard and I saw in their speech, Vice Chancellor's speech is encouraging students to use AI. And even teaching students, I will show that speech, very recent speech, where the Harvard Vice Chancellor is encouraging their students to use AI. Because they know that the AI is the future of everything. But if we go to other universities who are following Harvard, referencing Harvard approach, they are telling students not to use AI, just use Harvard. And that is it. That's why Harvard has been ruling in the academic world. They understand the terrain. And that's why most of the people ruling the world economically today, so many of them are Harvard graduates. They understand the market very well. So you don't find it, you don't fight the trend. That is agile for you. Agile will encourage you, follow the trend. When there is changes, change. When there is bending, you see a bending, follow the bending. Don't just go straight. That is changing. The world, the market is like this. And that's what they are telling you. All right. I think we've tried as much we can to understand these principles in our own language. And let's move. These are frameworks. If we come to Agile project management, we'll have frameworks. Framework is the way they apply things here. Number one framework is Scrum. Scrum is the heart of Agile, and that is this iterative, repetitive approach. That is all called Scrum. And this Scrum, what makes this Scrum is this sprint, iterative approach to project management. So Scrum is widely used Agile framework that emphasizes iterative development, self-organizing, cross-functional team, and time-box sprint or iteration. You see here, all these key terminologies here, I'm using them here. You see self-organizing, you see cross-functional, if you see time-box, your CV, all these key words must be appearing. These are some of the things the AI, because it's not people that is reviewing your CV. You have to know that if you are thinking, it's the AI. Over time, so many people that understood it earlier has been, trying to know how to navigate that. Call it application tracking system. If that application tracking system, they are recruiting for a project manager, that is Scrum Master or a business analyst within an Agile environment, they will know, they want people that understand the terrain very well. and then they will be scanning the CV to see what you put there. Like you see here, you see the emphasis on iterative development. So if you are a business analyst, you say, in my TV, I participated in this project using iterative development, self-organizing, cross-functional, working with self-organizing, cross-functional team. You know, these are some of the key terminology, and time-bound sprint iteration. So the Scrum defines specific role, event, artifacts such as product owner, Scrum Master, sprint planning, daily stand-up, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. This is agile terminologies to facilitate project management and collaboration. Okay, this is how the Scrum work. If you look at this diagram here, this is the structure of Agile Scrum team. This is the product, the business owner, that is the project sponsor here. This is the product owner. This is the Scrum Master. Scrum Master here is this project manager. And this here is the development team. They used to call them development team, but now they call them developers. They've removed the team and call everybody developers. So in developers, we'll have dev here. They are trying this because programmers, dev, they are trying to claim that he should be developer, quality assurance, another developer, which is a programmer. We'll have business analyst, we'll have solution architect, we'll have another developer. So it means programmers, quality assurance, designers, solution architects, business analysts, they are all what we call developers. In today's they used to be called development team. And then we'll have other people. This is the end user. Like if you are developing a CRM system, the end user here is like the sales rep that is going to use that CRM system. If you are developing ERP system, the end user here is going to be accountants that is going to be using that CRM system. And then we'll have people like domain experts, somebody who is a very good expert, maybe a manager in a finance who understand finance very well. So we call them domain experts. So manager in that environment. All of them are part of this Scrum team. So we are gathering requirements from business owners and the users, which is the customers and the domain experts. After gathering the requirements, who gathers the requirements? This is him here. He is called product owner. Here, he gathers the requirements, and this person here, business analyst, will always come to assist him in designing, creating user stories, acceptance criteria on this product is gathered, and then bring it to here where the team will work on it. The Scrum Master here will be here making sure there is peace and harmony, there is no challenges, any problem the team have, the Scrum Master will be here to troubleshoot and make sure that there is a free working environment. So their own here is to troubleshoot and coach everybody, teach everybody to work effectively and efficiently in agile environment. So this is Scrum Master, fostering communication, creating channels and translating lingo. So they are protecting the team as well. They act as a buffer for disruptive PMs and the management. They make sure that nobody comes to disrupt this agile. You as a stakeholder, you do not have rights to come to these developers here. That is the rule of thumb. If you are coming to developers here to give them instruction, you are breaking the rule. Even if you like, be the CEO of that company. The moment you decided to work in agile environment. You have given power to these two young men here. Anything you want these people to do, you communicate to them, more especially this guy, product owner. You cannot bypass the product owner and come here and give people instruction. It doesn't work that way. You as a business owner, you don't have rights to come here and tell these people, stop work. You do not have such rights. If they want these people to stop, they're not even going to listen to you. They don't even want to know you. This is their organ they know here. So this person have the right to ask these people stop work. If you want to tell, if this person ask them to stop work and you are here telling them don't stop work, they are not going to listen to you. The only way for you is to get rid of this guy and take this guy's position. So you can, you can become a business owner and equally become a product owner. That is the only way you can be communicating with this development team. Outside that, this guy here will give you a serious punch, and knock you out of this. You don't have right to come into this. You see the way they are barricaded. You see this barricade, you don't come in here. So this guy here is a martial artist protecting these people. So that is it, protecting the team. Tool maintenance, you make sure that the tool they are using is good. It's Jira, it's a laptop, it's a code editor, whichever tool you are using, everybody is happy. Reporting, checking, how far are they close to their goal? That is looking at burn down charts, velocity. So these are some of the charts this guy will be using to analyze how the team are performing. Meetings, facilitating daily stand-up. I already talked about daily stand-up. We'll talk about sprint retrospective. Retrospective, we said earlier, is like lesson learned meeting, and we'll have daily sprint planning. So we'll have so many meetings. We'll call it events, facilitating event, and we'll have coaching. Scrum Master coaches everyone one-on-one in the organization, not only the team. Scrum Master is not here to coach only these people. He coaches everybody. If you are a Scrum Master in the organization, you coaches everybody within the organization. Why are you coaching them? You want to coach them so that they will understand that they don't have to come here and be causing nuisance. They need to understand how Scrum works. I've worked with a CEO of a very large company, and that CEO do not understand what Scrum Master is. He doesn't even understand what product owner is. And this guy, the Scrum Master we are working, then I was a product owner, and the lady was a Scrum Master, and the CEO do not understand what Scrum Master is. And we've gone for a meeting until we started introducing ourselves. I said I'm the product owner. She said that she's a Scrum Master. He said, what is Scrum Master? That master struck that CEO. So we have a master now who come over to pick. Am I no longer the master here? It's struck the guy, and the Scrum Master have to take it off from there and start teaching the CEO. So it's your duty to teach anybody in the organization about Scrum, because so many of them, even the CEO, might not know what the Scrum or being the master of the Scrum is. So that is it. So you have a very big job. So don't narrow yourself that is only this particular team. It's your duty to coach. You see here, one-on-one at the organizational level. Support team, you support your team. Settling disagreement to a coffee run. So if there is a problem, you need to do anything as quickly as possible. Even if it's having a coffee, having a team meeting, or you must make sure that the team is very much healthy. And removing blockers. Anything that you are a superhero here, Spider-Man, that's what you are. Anything that will disrupt the goal of that sprint, you will, use your you are positioned to knock, punch somebody's teeth out. So you don't want anybody to come. Any blocker, you marshal it out. Yeah, that is it. That's what you do as a Scrum master. So these are Scrum responsibilities. Scrum Master responsibilities: fostering communication, protecting the team, tool management, reports and planning, facilitating, meeting facilitation, agile coaching, team support, and removing blockers. And that's it. It matters so much because it boosts team productivity, enhances agile adoption, and encourages self-organizing team and drives continuous improvement. And then this brings us to the owner of that Scrum or that sprint, because the product owner, he owns that product. Owning it means that he decides what's happened here. That you have given him the authority to decide what the team must do. So responsibility here, the product owner manages the product backlog, define, prioritize, and maintain the product backlog, ensure backlog items are clear and concise and well defined, and work closely with stakeholders and the Scrum team to refine requirements. And then we'll have stakeholder management, act as a bridge between business stakeholders and the Scrum team, gather feedback and align product vision with customer need, communicate expectations, priorities, and business goals effectively, and release management, determine when and what to be released. So you can build, after building, you keep it. After building, you keep it. After building, so this guy will determine when, like if you go to Facebook, if I tell you how many features that are waiting, that have not been released, Mark can wake up from sleep tomorrow morning and say, guys, deploy 2. And you see two feature will do boom boom in the, everybody will start rejoicing. No, now we are monetized. So everyone, Nigeria will start rejoicing, and Mark will be laughing at us. You know, now they've released the feature of monetization. You know, they can just wake up tomorrow and say a feature that will be paying you. Whenever you make a comment, you get paid. I have a social media platform. There's a lot of things there. If you comment on it, you can be paid. So many of all these are switched off. There are so many of these features is there, but it's switched off. So they decide when it's going live. All you need to do is just go there, switch the button, and we come live, and we'll start rejoicing. So that is how all this. So the product owner decide to release, collaborate with team to ensure smooth incremental delivery and manage timeline and expectation for market readiness. It matters because it ensures the team is working on high priority tasks and keeps stakeholders engaged and informed, and helps deliver valuable increments effectively. And then we come to developer. Developer is self-organizing. They are designers, they are programmers, they are UX UI, they are testers, they are everything here. Project manager is not here. Project manager is a Scrum Master. Business analysts, all of them are developers. They used to call them development team. All of them now are developers. So if you're a business analyst, you have to rejoice now. How many of us are business analysts here? So you have to start raising your shoulder you know, because you are a developer. You know, your level on the rise. But those who don't want to, they have anyway, they have their own name, which is Scrum Master. So, but that name Scrum Master, if you are working in government house and they call you Scrum Master, governor might not like you because they say this guy, everybody call him Master, Scrum Master. You know, it's a big name. Some people will become jealous that you are coming to take their position. Okay. Let's see what development team does. Self-organizing. They are self-organizing team. Plan and manage work independently. Collaborate without supervision. Nobody supervises them. They decide how they do their job. They are a mature team. They don't want distraction. So design. So they create user-friendly functional design, ensure alignment with business and user need. Development, build the product increment based on backlog items, implement coding best practice and standard, user experience, enhance usability and interaction design, focus on improving customer satisfaction, testing, ensure functionality, thorough automated or manual test. You can do automated or manual test, but the minimum here is that we must get at least manual test in all our. If we can't do automated because it requires some coding aspect of it. Identify and resolve defects early. And delivery. Provide working software at the end of every sprint. Ensure the product meets definition of done. Definition of done is agreement that it must agrees. So when we are doing, you create acceptance criteria. So when you are testing, you must make sure that every item passes the acceptance criteria. By the time you tested everything, all the items created passes the acceptance criteria. That is what we mean that they are now meet the definition of done, and it's done and it can be deployed. It's now error free. You tested it and it's error free. So why it matters? Drives collaboration and innovation, enable fast and high quality product delivery, ensures continuous improvement through iteration. And that's it. And how does these people work together? In this, we saw it briefly when we were starting. This is a diagram of the way Scrum, well, this is a workflow. You see here, product owner. You see the way the requirement is falling from the business leaders, gather requirement from business leader, you create it as a product backlog. The Scrum team, we sit, select item from here and plan on it and add it on their own backlog, and it becomes sprint backlog. They come over here where within 1 to 14 weeks, 4 weeks, they manage and translate these functional requirements into business feature that is usable and is deployed. And they review before the stakeholders. After reviewing before the stakeholders, they have what we call retrospective. I told you that retrospective here in a waterfall environment, we call it lesson learned. And then during the time of the sprint, every day the team comes to spend 15 minutes to interact, to inspect, to adapt. Everybody will say, this is what I have done, I did yesterday, this is what I'm doing today, this is what I'm going, this is my challenges. So you talk about what you've done, you talk about what you're planning to do, and you talk about your challenges. That's what basically everybody talk about. during the daily stand-up. And what the Scrum Master will be really very interested is trying to understand everybody's challenges and working out solution, mitigating circumstances to troubleshoot every challenges. And this is the workflow. So with this workflow, you don't have any stress. This is it. Product backlog, manage product backlog through product owner, contain prioritized features, enhancement and feature, input and the users, customers, and stakeholders and the team. So that's where the inputs come from. And then from there, we start sprint planning. The Scrum team scale product backlog to commit it for the sprint. The outcome is sprint goal and a sprint backlog. So after the meeting, we understand the sprint goal and the sprint backlog they are working on. And the sprint is between 1 to 4 weeks, a time box iteration where selected work is developed. No change to sprint scope or goal once started. For instance, if the team say that they are going to work on 2-week sprints, it's going to be not after 1 week. You say, no. Let's make it 3 because we believe you guys can. No. Once you select the duration, the scope, it doesn't change. So, and within the sprint, there's what we call daily stand-up. Facilitated by the Scrum Master, the team sync in progress blockers and plan for each day. Updates are made to artifacts as needed. So after that, all the blockers will be mitigated. That is the risk. Sprint review. After the whole process, the team presents a potentially shippable product increment. We already talked about this. The stakeholders provide feedback, and the product owner may update the product backlog based on the insight, and then sprint retrospective. The retrospective here, internal Scrum team meeting to reflect on the sprint, identifies what went well, what needs to be improved, and action that need to be taken. Just like I said, it's a lesson learned. And key roles is, these are the key roles: product owner, Scrum Master, and the development team. And why it matters? It encourages adaptive planning and quick iteration, continuous feedback and improvement, and enhance collaboration and transparency. So these are various sprint events. We will talk about this. We have sprint planning, sprint daily Scrum, sprint review, sprint retrospective. So you see here, I've already spoken about all of them here on this Scrum workflow. And that's it. This table is just to give it a more diagrammatic explanation. And this is what we call Scrum chart sheet. All this chart sheet is just like squeezing everything I'll be saying into one sheet. If you want to go write your Scrum master, I've compressed everything to you as an expo to help you pass. And 4 values, I'm not going to come and start because everything I've been speaking since we start is I just compressed. There is no need of coming to talk about it again. It's for your lesson, it's for your notes when you want to read. And agile values. Yes, Scrum follows these agile manifestos. The manifesto says individual and interaction over process and tools, and working software over comprehensive documentation, and customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change, overflowing a plan. This is this first value here. Then 12 agile principles. That is it here. I've already talked about it. And the Scrum rule, I've already talked about it. And Scrum events, we've already discussed it. And planning, daily Scrum review, retrospective, and takeaway. And that is the Scrum. That is what we call the first framework. We have another framework called Kanban. Kanban is just like a methodology that focuses on visualization, visualizing workflow, limiting work in progress, and continuous delivery. Kanban using Kanban board with column representing different stages of work, and card representing individual tasks or user stories, allowing team to visualize work, identify bottleneck, and optimize flow. Benefits is flexible and adaptive to change. Early and frequent delivery of valuable product increment is still agile, enhances collaboration and communication among the team, improve transparency and visibility, and greater focus on customer satisfaction. The challenge here is require cultural shift and mindset change within the organization. That is now the challenges in agile. Generally agile methodology have its own challenge. You know, so many companies are struggling to move to agile because of there's a lot of time boss and regulation of this. So people do not like to follow this time boss and all this guide strictly. May not be suitable for projects with fixed requirement or strict regulatory compliance, requires active stakeholder involvement and commitment to provide timely feedback, can be challenging to scale agile practice to large or complex projects and organization. Yes. In Scrum is a maximum of 10 people in a Scrum. So if you have large people, then you have to break them down into small project group. They don't want noise. That is Scrum for you. If your team is more than 10, you know you are no longer practicing Scrum. So that's the way it means. So agile projects methodology offers flexible and adaptive approach to project management, enabling teams to deliver high quality outcome in a dynamic and uncertain environment. By embracing agile, organization can increase project success rate, improve stakeholder satisfaction, and respond to change quicker than any other approach while responding to customers' need. And these are resources we need to leverage on. We have Scrum Guide, which I encourage us to go get a copy of the Scrum Guide. If you want to get a copy of the Scrum Guide, go to scrum.org. Once you type scrum.org, that is where you can even write the certification exam. You know, here, scrum.org. And we are here. So that is scrum.org. If I'm you, I will come here and try to leak this website because they're full of resources here. So, full of resources here. And let's see. And to look for this Scrum guide. It's here, and want you to come and download it. These are all the professional training here. If you want to come over here. Okay. Thank you, sir. Resources most popular. Yeah, this is it here. So this is Scrum guide here, and for us to, this is it, and that is it here, Scrum guide, and you can come here and download it. It's don't worry, you know I'm a good guy. I've paid for it. I've already paid these people. So if you come here, tell them you are coming from Mr. Charles, they will allow you to download it free. Yeah. Let me just okay. If you go to our WhatsApp platform, I've already I've uploaded this Scrum guide for you, but that shouldn't make you lazy to have to come here. This is where you belong now. This website, it will help you on training. These are various training available. If you want a self-guide, want accountable, cost by accountability, anything here. If you want Scrum Master, you want to become a product owner, you want to become agile leader, if you want to, anything you want, as long as it's agile, it's here. So if you come to certification, you know, this if you want to be certified, level 1 Scrum Master, level 1, level 2, level 3. When you have level 3, then you become, we call it agile coach. And then you have a product owner 1, 2, 3. We have agile leadership. If you want all these things, by the time you package all these, but they are money, they are not free, cost some quid. So if you open it now for us to have an idea of what it takes, let's look at this. To become a Scrum Master, 1, this is the detail here. This is the course details, certification is here. You see, to write 1 attempt, you need to pay $200, and the pass rate, you must score up to 85%, and the time is 60 minutes, and the total question is 80 questions, and it's multiple choice. which is some of them are going to be true of us, and it's going to be in English. They do it in English, they do it in Japanese, they do it in China, and yeah. So, and if you want instructor-led, you come here. There's an instructor-led, they will assign an online instructor that you learn with. If you want to do self-learn on your own, you can follow this part. And then we'll have practice question. This is open. You can come here. If you click on this, it's going to open. You start practicing. So this is open Scrum. If you want to open Scrum, you click here, assessment. So it will be generating 25 questions for you. If you start and do this 25, the assessment consists of 30 questions. Okay, it's now increased to 30 questions. When I was writing, it was 25 questions. But yeah, you guys are lucky. They've increased this to 30 questions. Then how I did it is that it's 25. I have to do the practice 4 times, generating 4 times, and I scored 100% in all, and I told myself I'm ready. And when I did root, I think it's only 1 question that I failed, and that's how I got my first level of this in 1 attempt. And so many of you can do it. So once you do it now, and you say you're done, if you have a BSc in linguistic and you are not happy because it's making you not to feel like a tech baby. In all of you now, all you want to hear that I'm a tech baby. If you feel that BSc in linguistics is not making you feel tech babyish, just go scatter the Scrum Master and you put it in LinkedIn. And so I see so many of you want to be. I'm seriously don't want you to be. I don't want to be. I see so many like a pharmacist, a lawyer, because we want to go into tech. You start telling them that they are a virtual assistant. You are killing your portfolio in LinkedIn. Don't do that. Do you know what virtual assistant? Virtual assistant is just like a clerical officer, which even a primary, somebody who didn't even finish secondary school can be a clerk, a clerical officer. That is what virtual assistant mean. And you are a lawyer, you go and be telling them you are a virtual assistant. They are not going to take you serious because how can it's too contradictory? You are a medical doctor. I see so many medical doctors because they want to transit into tech. And they've done this little, they've done everywhere virtual. Don't do that. If you want to put you are a project manager, you're already a project manager, put you are a business analyst. Nobody is going to come there to clean it. You know, if they say that you are not, let them put interview for you. You show them you are. So that is what, if you want to decorate more decoration, put Scrum Master. You know, once you pass the exam, put certified. But with this training we have now, you can go and put Scrum Master in your LinkedIn. Don't be scared of putting that name, Scrum Master. Put it. You are a Scrum Master. We've had a training of Scrum Master now. All you need is to write the exam and become certified. But for now, you are a Scrum Master. So the only thing is that you are not an experienced Scrum Master. By the time we finish our bootcamp, we deploy a solution using Scrum, then you become experienced Scrum Master. And for now, you are just a Scrum Master. I don't want to see virtual assistants in your portfolio again. It's so belittling of your portfolio. If you want to come out in this tech journey, you must be bold. Tech is not for the weaklings. If you are not prepared for it, just leave. But if you want to do it, be doing big things, because Very soon, I want anybody that will be in our ecosystem to be sounding so dangerous in the ecosystem. You know, say you are a Scrum Master, say you are this big name. As Scrum Master, project manager, AI prompt engineer, these are things that should be coming with your history. Machine learning experts, that's what you should be putting. Although I know we've not done machine learning for those who are going to, these are kind of things you should be saying, and people will start becoming so scared of you. In our class, somebody who in our AI prompt engineering class, after one of our lessons, the what we did, so many of us here are very fast finger. You just send it to one client, and the client is solicited and say, "Oh my God, this is what we have been looking for," and that's how this lady got a job as an AI prompt engineer, and that's it. So you have to speak up big. All right. Well, this is where we're going to stop for tonight. We've exceeded our time, but it's okay. Because of you people, anything I can do, I can go extra length. You know? So if you have questions, you can ask your questions. Yep. Okay, Frederick, Mr. Frederick.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Charles.
Okay. Have you put Scrum Master in your Agile coach?
Sorry, sir, I did not hear that.
I said, have you put Scrum Master in your LinkedIn? Or you want to
No,
put
but
Agile coach?
you've just fired me up to add that in my profile.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is this: earlier, when you showed us a diagram, we had the stakeholder, the product owner, then we had the project manager. Now my question is this.
Hang on, this guy, who are you? I think this from. Okay, carry on. This John Farr.
Okay, so my question is, the product owner, is it the person that has the vision of the project that sometimes might sell it to the sponsor? So he's part of the team because he wants to see that the project manager is delivering what he had a vision of, or is it contracted by the sponsor to supersede the project or be part of it?
Product owner is only in agile environment. I want you to understand that if you are working in waterfall, they might not have product owner, but they can have product manager in waterfall environment who do the job of a product owner in agile environment. But most organizations do not consider that, you know. But some, if you go to LinkedIn, if you type, there are so many jobs out there for product managers. Now there is need wherever, whether you are in agile now, whether you are waterfall, there is need for product ownership. That is the vision. Who understand the vision? You know, one of the things the product owners they want to expect from you is product vision statement. What is the vision? You need to understand what do we want to achieve from this product on a long-term basis? And that's what we call one of the key roles of product managers is long-term vision of a product. That is plan. We call it vision or a product plan. So you must understand the vision. And once you understand the vision, you should be able to, you're understanding the vision by gathering requirements from the stakeholders. You know, you gather requirements from the stakeholders to understand what they need. Then, based on what they need, you prioritize it. They can need up to 20 things, but you need to understand which one is more important. That is prioritization. That is their major work. Understanding what the stakeholders, not only the stakeholders as in the person who is paying, but even the customers, the end users, all of them are stakeholders. You need to understand the need of the stakeholders, prioritize the need of the stakeholders. This is what we are going to be doing in business analysis. You know, so you might be struggling at this point because you've not done business analysis. But once you've done business analysis, where we are going to go do requirement gathering, requirement documentation, requirement analysis, solution evaluation, you come up with business case. So business analyst does this job of a product owner in so many cases. But business analyst is different from product owner, you know. So business analyst is more like so versatile. It does a lot of things. So product owner understand the vision. You own it. You understand the product, how the product is going to satisfy the need of the stakeholders. That is what we are doing. And then you are then telling the development team, this is what I want. It's like the development team, they are working for you. Like you say contracted, you can use the word contracted. Now they've given you the authority. If you are a contractor now doing a road, you are now the product owner of that road. You go to government house, you sit with the governor, you will sit with the commissioner for works, you guys talk, you go and do the job. You know, any inch of the work you do, like if you do the drainage, you take governor and the team to that drainage and do the inspection. That is what we call sprint review. Are you getting it? I want to apply it to other area that is not software.
Great.
So you can break that road into stages. You know, they can give you contracts to do Lagos to Abuja. If you get to something, if you go to Lokoja, it can be a key milestone. You go there and inspect it. Any action, any key stage you done, you take them to go and inspect. So you break them down into stages. You don't wait to take governor and the team or the president and the minister of works to inspect a road from Lagos to Abuja till at the end of. You do that. You can't do that. Nobody will even allow you to do that. So that is breaking your work into iteration. Small, small, small. Any small one you do, you take them inspect it. If you do drainage, you take them to inspect it. If you do flyover with it, you take them to inspect it. You do culvert, you take them to inspect it. You do the asphalt, you take them to inspect it. If you do the road work, that's how you're doing it gradually. That is the way until you finish the work. The same thing with software development. So that is it. But you are the one to understand the vision. You can spend so many hours in government house understanding the vision, capturing requirement from the sponsor, which is the governor. And that's it. Just
Thank you so much. Claire.
Yeah.
It's fine. Thanks.
All right. Emmanuel Ajay Opeyemi.
Thank you, sir. So I want to know about Scrum Master. Yeah, the process of project planning, initiation, execution, and the likes. Does it also apply to Scrum Master?
Yes, it depends on the way you are working on it. If you are combining this, that's why I say we're going to combine both waterfall and agile. If we are applying, this is a very intelligent question you've asked. If you are combining it together, you are going to start agile at execute stage. You know? And from initiate to define state, you are going to use waterfall. That is the way it's going to be. Is at the third stage of the project. So that with that way you can combine it as effectively. But if you don't want, that's why some people say that agile is a cowboy approach. They don't believe in all these initiates or this and this and that. All they want to know is that the product owner have gathered the requirements and prioritize them, and they start working. All this so much long grammar, they don't believe in that. So that is it.
Okay, sir.
So, but in our own, we are going to combine it together. So we are going to use waterfall to initiate our project. We are going to use waterfall to plan our project. And during the execution, we are going to use agile to execute it. And that's it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Any more questions? Okay. I can see up to 50 Scrum Masters facing me here. Abby? That's good. Yeah. Scrum Master is a very powerful role. And to be honest with you, a lot of ladies are making a kill with this role called Scrum Master in this London. Like almost all the ladies I know in project management, they are all Scrum Masters. They don't play with that role. And there is one thing I don't know if the hiring managers, they like ladies to be Scrum Masters. You know? So that's the way I see it anyway. It's very popular role, and looking at there, you see so many roles coming out. Project Scrum Master and product owner, and there is need for product owners. So a lot of them, they are looking for a lot of product owners, both product owners and product managers, because the way in the IT industry, I mean in the IT industry, because we've not had this kind of experience before in IT where there is a lot of product going on at the same time. Everything we do today is products. And all this application, there's so many of them going on. And that is the need for product owners, product managers. So thank you guys. And tomorrow we talk about waterfall. So the assignment for tonight is for you to go and read Scrum Guide. I want you to read your Scrum Guide even before you read my notes. Read the Scrum Guide. It's important. So thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Mr. Chasa.
God
God
bless
Thank
bless
you,
you.
sir. God bless
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Charles.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.